Hello, this is Dusty Ladd with Gage King, and we're going to talk about the NBA draft and the free agency in the NBA of 2015. I have not done one of these podcasts in almost 2 months, so I decided to do it again since the draft is tomorrow night, and there's been some big talk on some free agency. Say hello, Gage.
Hello, everybody.
This is my buddy Gage. We just recently graduated, and we're both big sports guys with
Yes.
the NBA and free agency. He really likes the AFL. He watches arena football all the time,
Yes, I
and
do.
I'm more of all the sports, but
I love
he
everything.
loves NBA just about as much as me. So I'm gonna get him to start you off with talking about the draft tomorrow night.
Okay, so the draft is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, I believe. Okay. We all believe that the first overall pick will probably be Karl Anthony Towns out of Kentucky.
Yes.
But it also could be Jahlil Okafor out of Duke.
Yes.
After that, we don't really know where it's going to go.
Yep.
Possibly D'Angelo Russell out of Ohio State. After that, it's...
Really, it could be anybody.
Yes.
Trey Lyles. Heck, you could see Cam in the top 5 campaign. You really don't know.
Somebody could reach for
Yeah.
Frank Kaminsky out up there.
That
That'd
would
be a real reach.
That would be insane to see him in the top 10 because he's supposed to go.
I could see him going to maybe
12,
like
I think.
7, 8 in there.
Last mock draft I saw on ESPN, I think it said he was going to go number 12. Yeah, number 1 and 2, no doubt, will be Towns and Okafor. And maybe if the Lakers decide to get a point guard, which they do need another point guard,
Yes, they do.
because Jordan Clarkson can't do it all by himself.
Jordan
but
Clarkson
also,
is really good though. He's a good star for
But-
the position they got him
but
last
they
year.
also do not. I mean, they do need another big guy with Jordan Hill. Most likely going to leave, and Ed Davis is going to most likely come back.
Where do you think Jordan Hill will end up?
I don't know. The last teams he played with was the Rockets.
I'm
And
not even sure.
Did he play? I don't know if he played with the Knicks, but I know for sure he played with the Rockets. But ever since he's been with the Lakers, heck, the first year he was with the Lakers, he was outstanding. But
He
you
did
know,
have a good year.
after all the injuries and everybody leaving, and crap, can't play with Kobe, stuff like that. Yeah, nobody even knows about the Lakers much now except for Jordan Clarkson, because he's the only good player they got right now with Kobe
I'd
being
agree
out.
with that. Yeah,
But after.
I think Tariq Black was pretty good for being undrafted.
Yeah, they brought him up. I wish they wouldn't have got rid of Xavier Henry. He would have been pretty good with them too.
I can't believe nobody picked him up.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he was really good with them at first. But the big talk right now with the Lakers is Cousins coming there. But if they get him, they would also have to get rid of most likely the number 2 draft pick and get rid of Julius Randle.
From what I've seen, though, the owner of the Kings, I believe his last name is like Rondavive or something. I don't know.
I think it's partly Shaq too.
Yeah,
Shaq's
Shaq
partly
owns
the
a
owner.
portion, but Rondavive or whatever his name is he's the majority owner. He doesn't want to let go of Cousins, and I can't really blame him because he's the complete star power.
Yeah, he's the only guy they got with Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay, but they're trying to ship him out.
Rudy Gay is going to be gone after this season,
And then
no doubt. Yeah.
who's the star after that? Darren Collison? No.
No, he was only good with the Clippers. Now, which that was a bad decision.
Yeah, because I remember
him.
a couple years ago in the playoffs, at the end of our freshman year, in the playoffs, Darren Collison leading my Pacers. He's just trying to chunk up threes, bricks them every time. Hated it.
Yeah, he was good with the Clippers, but now at the Kings, you don't really hear from him.
No. If they did decide to make the Cousins trade, it could be beneficial to them in a way because it could build them for the future.
They will get the number 2 pick most likely,
But then again,
and they will get, if they trade with the Nuggets, they're going to get Ty Lawson. And they're going to get Kenneth Faried.
See, I like
both
that.
beasts. Kenneth Faried is a beast.
the
Always
manimal.
been a beast. Yes.
I think the Nuggets trade is the most viable option in my opinion. I mean, the only time DeMarcus Cousins was really happy in his playing career, professional playing career.
I think it was, his rookie year? Or this year?
No, it was last year under Michael Malone because that was the coach that he said understood him the best. And he was just recently hired maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe last week. I
think
can't
it
remember.
was just a few days ago, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago by the Nuggets. And he was unfairly fired by the Kings. DeMarcus Cousins would not want out right now if he was still the coach. George Karl, he's a good coach in the regular season. Postseason, not so much.
Yeah.
But I get why they hired him, but I don't think he should go around alienating all the players.
Yeah. I think if the trade doesn't go through and the Lakers pick Jahlil Okafor, he would be good because they need another big man. And from what I've seen, people are comparing him to Tim Duncan. I don't see why. I mean, Okafor's good, and he's going to be an awesome big man, but I don't see why they would compare him to Tim Duncan. I mean, you just can't do that.
I heard a comparison earlier that I kind of like. It's one of the better ones I've heard. They compared him to Patrick Ewing, which I thought was a decent comparison.
Well, I thought you said that was with Towns.
I've heard them both compared.
Oh, both? Okay.
But I've heard it. I just heard the Towns one earlier. I've heard more for Okafor.
Also,
Towns not so much.
Also, today we found out that Kevin Love is going to be opting out of his contract and most likely not going to be returning to the Cavs, which is a good thing because
he didn't
fit there, and they just ruined it was just a stupid thing overall. They got rid of Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Bennett. Anthony Bennett is okay. You can get rid of him.
Yeah, Anthony Bennett, that's okay. He shouldn't have been
Andrew Wiggins, you got rid of your future, the next LeBron is what everybody was saying.
You don't get rid of a guy who is bound to win Rookie of the Year and trade him for a guy on an expiring contract. That's just not what you do.
Yeah, it's dumb. I knew.
Well, it's not. His contract's not expiring.
I knew for a fact when he signed, when it said that he could opt out after 1 year, that he was most likely going to, because whenever they started getting into arguments, him and David Blatt and LeBron and all them not getting together and doing well, it's saying that he was going to opt out and go to the Lakers and go wherever else. Blah blah. He's getting looked at by the Lakers and the Celtics. He could have some background with the Lakers because he went to UCLA and grew up around that area. But the Celtics, I don't know. He could go there too. Anybody can go anywhere.
That's another thing that you just brought up right there within that. All the way through the finals, David Blatt, it didn't seem like the players were listening to him. It seemed like they were relying on what LeBron said.
Yeah.
Do you think he should be there next year? Do you think the players...
Who, David Blatt?
Yeah, David Blatt. Do you think that they're listening to him?
See, I saw that right after the finals ended. I saw it was on the Snapchat of ESPN. It said, "Do you think David Blatt will be back next year?" I think he will. 1, because he brought him to the finals, but 2, also he didn't just bring him to the finals. Just like Steve Kerr did not just bring the Warriors to the finals.
Oh
yeah. Both teams were already built with who they were with Mike Brown, and I don't know who the coach was before Mike Brown.
Before Mike Brown? On the Cavs?
Yeah, I don't know, because I know Mike Brown was there when Kyrie was there the first year, and then he left and went to the Lakers and was garbage there.
Yes.
But also he had a garbage team.
Yeah.
And then he went back last year and then got fired.
I don't think he should have got fired either.
Because,
it wasn't his fault that they sucked. They just sucked.
Yeah, they had nobody.
But then again, they shouldn't have rehired him in the first place.
Yeah. It's a bad decision when you rehire somebody after how bad you do the year before.
Yeah. But I don't think David Blatt should be gone. I just think the players should respect him more.
I mean, he did do really good for his first year there.
But, I mean, they could
have
hired
after that
him
was his first year as being a head coach in the NBA, too.
But I could have succeeded with LeBron.
Yeah, pretty much anybody.
Yeah, I know. You could hire a garbage man.
Well, I saw this thing a few months ago saying that, do you think any team could succeed with LeBron? Now, this isn't real. This was on NBA. This was on NBA 2K15 on Xbox One.
Okay.
They put him with the Hornets. They put him with the Sixers. I think they put him with the Knicks. And I can't remember who the other team they put him with. But all the teams that he went to, only one of them won the finals, and it was with the Hornets. And it was 1 year, and then the next year they were bad. But every year he got voted to the All-Star team, but that was the only team that he went to the finals with. All the others, he went to the playoffs maybe 1 or 2 times and lost in the first or second round. So he could succeed with some teams, but not every single one of them.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Some teams it's harder to succeed.
But I mean, you're in Miami. When he was in Miami, look at who he had. He had D Wade and he had Chris Bosh.
He had a great team around him. He has a decent team around him right now in Cleveland. But they're more like
Kyrie was out and Kevin Love was out, but he still did pretty. I mean, they were up 2-1.
Yeah, this team wasn't as star packed as the Miami teams were. This one's just kind of like a team of pieces that don't really fit together well.
And now with Miami, they're declining slowly. Chris Bosh is hurt, and
Chris Bosh might not come back.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
They said when it first happened, it could be a career-ending thing.
But now I thought it said that
it might not be now.
I thought it said that he was going to come.
Yeah, he probably is
ready
going to
in
come
about
back now.
September.
Yeah, that's probably right. I just haven't seen anything else about it.
Now they traded away Norris Cole to the Pelicans, so now
that's
they
not
only have
a loss, really.
Yeah,
they
well,
need to get rid of
with
Chalmers.
Chalmers, if they get rid of him, they'll definitely need to draft a point guard.
Yeah, because
Shabazz Napier can't do it by himself.
Yeah, he will not be able to carry this team.
No,
he showed it in his rookie season. He did it. No, he didn't even do it. He didn't do great. It wasn't even mediocre.
I mean, they were garbage most of the season, and then now with D Wade supposedly going to opt out and not re-sign, going to the Lakers or the Cavs, you never know. Could go to the Lakers because he's been talking to Kobe supposedly.
Yeah,
but I don't think that'd work out because one, Kobe is a shooting guard, and he doesn't play the point guard spot, and D Wade is also a shooting guard. If you put one of them in point guard and shoot guard, it might not work out well.
You could put one of them at small forward.
Because that's what was happening with the Lakers this year. They were putting Kobe in at point guard, and it was working out at first, but it didn't do out that well. It didn't, but with both of them in at the same time, I don't think it will work that well either because they're two big stars, and every time another big star comes to the LA, it doesn't work out that well. Yeah. It works out for a little bit, then it goes to crap after a few
prime
seasons.
example of it not working out is the
Kobe.
pairing of Kobe and Dwight Howard. That was a complete failure.
Dwight was just a big baby. He still is a big baby.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my time of watching basketball. I just don't like the Lakers. I thought it was hilarious.
But with Shaq, it actually worked out for a while because Kobe was a rookie when he first there, and they were still building. They had Derek Fisher with them too, but that's why it worked out for a while.
He's an underrated point guard.
He was awesome. Even any team he went to when he was with the Jazz,
the Warriors.
And, he
briefly.
He went back to the Lakers. He was even better when he went back to the Lakers. They won it 2 years in a row.
He did play for the Warriors, didn't he? Or did I make that up?
I don't think so. I know he played for the Jazz, and I think
he played for the Warriors. Then he went to the Jazz, and then back to the Lakers. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking I'm right.
Yeah, once at first when Kobe was there with Shaq, it worked out for a while. Then after a while, it just got out. Now I'm seeing where that they treated Robert Horry wrong. I think that's his name.
Big Shot Bob. Yes.
They treated him wrong. Apparently, he said that he won 3 rings with them, and the other 2 rings they showed him the way out.
I read that. He said that was the least favorite team he's played for, the Lakers. And he played for the Rockets and the Spurs.
Yeah, the other 2 he won with the Spurs, which that's what the dynasty they have. Also, the Spurs that I saw where Tony Parker thinks that Duncan and Ginobili will come back for one more season. They thinks that it's their last season, which this is every single year is their last season.
Yeah, it's felt like that.
Will they ever retire? I don't know. You never know.
I hope not.
Because, personally, I don't like the Spurs, but I like that big 3 because that's originally one of the best big 3s that's ever been. Because, 1, they've stayed together. 2, they've won 5 championships together.
Yeah.
So,
and they're still
3
good.
championships together, 5 with Tim Duncan.
They're still good, too.
Every year they get in the playoffs, for real.
Tim Duncan, he is one of the most consistent players in the NBA. Ginobili, 2 years ago, he seemed like he was declining, but then he bounced back.
Especially in the finals. The finals he did awesome.
Yeah, he seems to have bounced back. So I thought he should retire 2 years ago, but now I don't think that. I think he should stick around for a little while.
Speaking of the finals, the Warriors beat the Cavs in Game 6, and I was very satisfied with the MVP.
What did you think about a guy who didn't start every game winning the MVP?
I thought that was awesome because he did awesome in the playoffs and very well in the finals. In the finals, they showed it in that game 6, how consistent he had been all through the finals. And I thought, everybody thought it was going to be Curry just because it was Curry. Mm-hmm. But then Silver got up there and said that it was somebody that didn't start any game in a regular season. I was like, are you kidding me? It's Iggy? And I got up there, I was like, well, I'm happy for him because I like Iggy. He's a very good player, always been good. I mean, he was awesome in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the finals. He was really good defensively on LeBron, just like Kawhi Leonard was last year against